The story begins with information on the world, coming from the notebooks of a man named Granth of Elohim. This included various locations of places, and the names of them. It seems to over-explain the world, but you only see what is later experienced by the leading characters. Anyways, the details from those notebooks opens up on the story of a sailor of sorts, named Varian Hamer. He doesn't know much about the world beyond the coastal cities. On board his ship was a mysterious old man named Kartaphilos. This name has two meanings. One is the Greek variation, which essentially means the lover of maps. The other one comes from Christian folklore about a wandering Jew forced to walk the earth until the second return of Christ. Back to the book. The old man goes on to tell Varian about the ancient story from the first age on the war between the Rykans and the Genoese. The world now was essentially a post-apocalypse. In that battle came the creation of a machine known as the Guardian, and it allowed for the various cities to defend themselves against these Rykans. In turn, the Rykans had a fail-safe system that if they lose, they will bring about the Armageddon. All of this is told to Varian as to get him to search for this Guardian that is apparently still out there somewhere. One clue was that the old man claimed to have came from a place known as the Citadel, and it may aid him in his search. While at one of the port cities, Varian had saved a woman named Tessa, who had just escaped a sea brothel. She had once held a hatred for men, due to the situation she had been forced into. But her time with Varian seems to have softened her feelings. Varian offers to bring her along on his mission to find the Guardian, and he wants her due to her being good with languages, or something. They went off to another coastal city, and overheard a story that was similar to what that old man had previously told him. This was when he meets Stor and Raim, and they had apparently been some of the other people that this old man told about this ancient Guardian. They agreed to team up on this adventure to find something that will offer information of their world's history. They conclude that they must find this place known as the Citadel. They went east to travel more inland. After weeks of searching here and there, they came across the iron fields. This location was full of metallic skeletons of old machines. More weeks go by as they traveled more to the northeast. They came to the Citadel. As they came too close to the Citadel, a transmission was sent out to disable their vehicle, and then came a robot seeking their identity. They were allowed in once they spoke about Kartaphilos. These robots are known as homologs, and they are offered a tour of the place. History regarding the war is told. They also learn that the Guardian is an AI, and that it controls the homologs inside of the Citadel. Meanwhile, the humans are locked inside until Kartaphilos returns to the Citadel after being signaled by the Guardian. They are still allowed to move about the Citadel, and that is when Varian ran across 3 women on one of the floors of the building. These women were Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite, and they came to Varian with offers, given to him only if he was to choose them specifically. Just as he made his choice, they had disappeared as if they were an illusion. Each of the other humans that came along had their own trials of sorts, mainly something to do with Greek mythology. This was done by the AI to find the humans' true selves and to see how they will react to some situation. The scene then comes to Tessa, who was given a mysterious box. This was similar to Pandora's box in which she had obtained from Zeus. Inside this box was a series of foreign ideas. These would be leaked out to the humans throughout their stay at the Citadel, both while awake and when asleep. Kartaphilos finally arrives and appears to be on a different network than these homologs, as he had been gone for so long. One of the reasons for this is that while Kartaphilos was gone, this AI had gone insane from the lack of human contact. Kartaphilos came to free the humans, and in that, information on the war from 2,000 years ago is spoken about again. A memory was recalled by Kartaphilos that was once long forgotten. It was that he was once a human. It started from a plane crash, and him waking up as a cyborg with self-healing properties. A mission was given to him, and the AI was left alone, with no humans coming to the Citadel. Anyways, Cartafilos goes to speak to the Guardian to reason with it to release the humans. The AI system had meant no harm, but the many centuries of solitude had made it fear the absence of humanity. During that solitude, it had spent its time researching human history and took an interest in their myths, which provided useful information about their psyche. It explains that it grew too excited to test out its theories on the humans when they came, and that's why those trials were done. Then the history of the war is told in the perspective of the Guardian. The battle and situations regarding the war came to an end with thermonuclear weapons falling upon the land. It's revealed that the Rykans did win but were suppressed by the Guardian. This resulted in anarchy, and as time went on, knowledge of the Guardian was long gone, and people lived to survive until the world became what it now was. In the end, the humans were now released from the Citadel and went out into the world with knowledge of the past to bring forth into the now.